Hey, we are here at a Diffin's job. This is their second location. We are in Fairview, Oregon. Excuse the loud noise. We are in their mechanic room, so that guy's making a lot of noise. But wanted to give you a little tour of what we're doing here. We had to run two new circuits. We have a 1-inch EMT and a 3/4 EMT. And one of those circuits, the 3/4 wire is going to go up and down, which as you can see, I currently have open. And it's going to be landed on this panel. Reason being is because this is a single phase. As you can see, there's two hots, your neutral, and your ground. So this is a single phase panel, and this is a 3-phase panel, which would hold the bigger gauge wire, and that's going in the 1-inch. So we had to run our pipe up and over, then it went down into an LB right there. So our 1-inch is going through the top, our 3/4 had to go through the bottom. Then we came out to this junction box here, and then as you can see, the rest of the conduit runs all the way along the back wall. So it runs along the back wall, and we had to put a disconnect due to the distance. We're bringing power to this guy and the warming sensor there. As you can see, conduit runs ends here into LBs and then going down to their own disconnects, which we have Israel making those up right now. That's what those look like. Welcome back. Today we are here at the 365 Deli out in Portland. We are currently running power for a fryer and a food warming center. So what we got here is our junction box. This we are coming from the panel. So we have a conduit run to there. When you're running conduit, you have a rule, or it's code that you can't do more than 360 band per run, which is why we had to put a junction box right there, because if we tried doing a straight run, it would have been past the 360 degrees. Plus, putting a box there gives us access for a pulling point, so that way we can pull it there, and then bring the wires, pull the rest over here, down, and into the box. So this box is going to hold the 2 circuits for the fryer, and then that box up there is going to hold the circuit for the food warming center. And then that one was existing, so we were able to take out the wires and put in the right gauged wires in there, and then that's going to be our junction point from there. We have Israel right now, currently working inside of the panel. He is landing the neutrals, it looks like. So this is the 3-phase, as you can see up there. You have your super stripped back black wire right there, and then your red and the blue. So yeah, that is potentially a safety hazard, having that amount of wire stripped back, but so something to keep in mind. But of course, we work carefully, so nothing to worry about. This is their 2-phase panel. We could have run something out of here, but we decided to do it out of the 3-phase panel. So I'll show you a minute how the outside looks like. All right, so we got our box up there with the cord coming down. Gonna hook up to this guy, and then we got our junction box on the other side. Got the wires through. They're running behind all this and landing inside of this guy here, which is a fryer. So this one required 2 separate circuits, 2 separate lines. So The reason being is because there's two bays inside of this fryer, so each bay required its own circuit. So there's that. Okay, so we are wrapping up over here at the second dipping job. I'm gonna speak out here before we go into the loud room. Um, and here is the electrical room. So this is where we started our electrical run. So they have no light in here. Might be a opportunity to upsell. There's no light in this storage area, which I'm not too sure is up to code. I think in storage areas there needs to be a light, so something to keep in mind. Right here is where we got our three-phase off of this guy, and it's going to be that one right there. It says fryer, and those are. And then on this side, let me just show this guy. It's going to be this 40 amp right there. It says food warmer, and so as in the previous video, I went through the gutter, up the conduits. You can see them turn right there, go down, does like a little square LV onto this other side, up to the junction box, and then once we're up here, you can see the conduit run there. It goes all the way back. You can see there, journeyman marked and labeled what circuits are in there. And then, so the conduit is running along that back wall. And this is where it finished. That's an LB and down into the disconnects. And then from the disconnects, we have SO cord coming out and going up and over. And then coming down here to their designated spots, where we have the fryer and the food warmer. That is it. So it's currently on. Leave it off for now, just so that there's no issues with that one. This one got hardwired in the box back here. That one got to a head. And there's that. Alright, food warming sensor is up and running. We have this guy here too. See, also turns on. And then there's this guy. Okay. This guy here got swapped out from being hardwired to now a cord plug. So there is that. Those are the two new conduits. And